Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Brain Waves. I've got some breaking news for you all. This is an exclusive. No one else has put this footage out on YouTube at this time. We're talking about Friday, January the 17th, 2025, at currently 5:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's right. No one has this information. Well, this information is not even really out on too many other social media platforms at that. What information are we talking about? TikTok CEO, that's right, the CEO of TikTok actually responds to the Supreme Court ruling. And what this CEO has to say is shocking. Welcome to my channel. For all of you here, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Please hit the like button while you're here. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so. I have a membership section. I also have a PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. If you feel the desire to support, they're available. That information is on the screen, as well as in the description box. I have literally links you can click on and tap on. You don't have to type nothing. You don't have to do nothing. Click, tap, boom, take you right there. So when I play what you're about to see with the CEO of TikTok responding to what the Supreme Court ruling is, not only is this information shocking, but it's going to explain a lot. And it's going to show you all a lot that everything isn't as it's being presented to us. You see, there are things that's being presented to us that we are being told is one way and it's one thing. But when I get done playing this video, you're going to start to wonder and question if it's something else. So let me go ahead and give me 1 second here. Let me get this video pulled up. I'm telling you, man, this is crazy, y'all. This is literally crazy. Like, it's something that it's just completely unexpected. All right. Let me see real quick. Bear with me for 1 second while I'll get ready to pull the video up. This is giving some people more time to come into the building. I know I got the video over here. Hold on, let me do this, because give me 1 second, y'all. I'm just giving some people a little bit more time to come into the building. Give me 1 second here. All right, let me put this here. All right, we got the video. Gonna be worth the wait, y'all. Gonna be worth the wait. Okay, so let me go ahead and get the video pulled up. My apologies for any delays. All right. Again, nobody really knows about this information. So, all right, let's get the video here. All right, here, I apparently had the video and I misplaced where I put it for some reason. I don't know why, but I got the video here. So let's go ahead and pull this up, okay? Enough about looking at me. Let's take a look at the CEO here of TikTok. Okay, and just so y'all know who you see here in the video, so you see this gentleman right here. Okay, let me show you something. All right, this is the CEO of TikTok. His name is Shou. Okay, he's 42 years old. He's a Singaporean TikTok CEO. Okay, as you can see here, you can see him speaking. This was like February of last year. I know there was a lot of talk about TikTok and the particular bandit. As you can see here, his education. He went to Harvard Business School, okay? So he went to Harvard Business School. All right. He also went to the University College in London. And again, you can see Harvard University as well. So he does have some experience here in the US. I just kind of want you to see who he is. Right here, it says that Shou is a Singaporean business executive who has been the chief executive officer of TikTok, an online video platform owned by Chinese company ByteDance since 2021. Okay. So we're talking about the actual CEO here. Okay. He was born in 1983. As I mentioned earlier, he's 42 years old. He's Singaporean. I told you his education, his nationality. I already told you Singaporean. He has 2 children. He's 5'9". You know, this is his partner right here. And, you know, the list goes on and on. As you can see, he has profiles here. So we'll get more into that in just a second. But let's go ahead and play the video, okay? This is what many of y'all are here. And this is what y'all waiting for. All right, let's go ahead and go. I'm going to play the video. We're going to break it down and everything. Let's go.
Hi, everyone. It's Shou here. As you know, we have been fighting to protect the constitutional right to free speech for the more than 170 million Americans who use our platform every day to connect, create, discover, and achieve their dreams. On behalf of everyone at TikTok and all our users across the country, I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us to find a solution that keeps TikTok available in the United States. This is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. As we've said, TikTok is a place where people can create communities, discover new interests, and express themselves, including over 7 million American businesses who earn a living and gain new customers using our platform. We are grateful and pleased to have the support of a president who truly understands our platform, one who has used TikTok to express his own thoughts and perspectives, connecting with the world and generating more than 60 billion views of his content in the process. To all American users, thank you for making our TikTok community such a rich and vibrant space, for surprising and delighting us every day. Rest assured, we will do everything in our power to ensure our platform thrives as your online home for limitless creativity and discovery, as well as a source of inspiration and joy for years to come. Thank you. More to come.
All right. So there you have it. The CEO, Shou of TikTok. And this is his response to the U.S. Supreme Court ruling. Now, one of the things I want to talk about, we'll go ahead and get this off right now because, you know, that's no big deal. One of the things I want to mention is that you hear that Shou is actually in support of keeping TikTok around despite of the ban. He's also thankful to have the support of, we might as well just go ahead and start calling it, for those of you that don't want to call him that, let's just go ahead and start calling him President Trump. You know, some people are happy about that. Some people aren't. That's another conversation for another day. But the point that I want to make is that Shou is thankful for the support of Trump, right? Trump wants to keep TikTok around. But the problem is with this Supreme Court ruling, it's starting to complicate things. Now, you got to stop and think. Everything that's been put out right now on YouTube, on social media, on TV is saying that TikTok is the enemy. TikTok is the enemy, right? They're saying national security, right? Right? That's what they've been saying. That's exactly what they've been saying. It's crazy. It's really crazy. And what I want to do is I want to play a particular video that we have that actually aired yesterday. Okay. This video that aired yesterday, it was on a popular show, but I'm gonna get to that. I want to actually play something before. And I want to show y'all what's going to happen. So actually, we're going to pivot for a second and we're going to go in two different directions with this. All right. The first direction is going to be more on the leadership side of this. Okay. What has President Trump said? Where's his standing? Where's the leadership that's in support of having TikTok around? Okay. And then the second portion or the second video that we're going to get into is more so on the actual user base, right? Those people that actually are TikTokers, they have a platform, et cetera, et cetera. Me personally, I have an account on TikTok. I was very popular on TikTok. I used to be on your For You page. I would be trending. I was a leader on TikTok. I was very big. However, I had stopped using the platform because, you know, sometimes when you speak this truth and some of the things that you do, even on these platforms, I don't want to use the word that they do, but you just don't get the exposure that you should be getting. Okay. That's something that I want you to understand on any platform. And so I tried to go back around, but I noticed I hit a wall. Other people noticed that I hit a wall. And so I hadn't actually went back to that platform. But prior to that point, let me make this known. Prior to that point, I was very big. Okay. This is crazy. I just saw some breaking news somewhere else. So I'm very familiar, to say the least, with the platform and how it works and what's going on with everything. Okay. That's the bottom line. I'm not just a YouTuber or what have you. I've been on quite a few of these platforms. And again, I'm pretty familiar with how this stuff works. And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. So let me go ahead and let me see. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up the first video where we're going to look at what President Trump has to say about all of this, or has said about all of this. And then we're going to look at, again, another video where we see the user base. So let me go ahead and do just that. Give me 1 second here. I mean, like I said, it's clear. I'm going to play what the CEO says real quick one last time before I pull it up. Let's go. Just in case you missed it, because some people just joined and they miss what the CEO has to say. For those of you who don't know who this is the CEO right here. Okay, it's Shou, and he is a Singaporean CEO of TikTok. Okay, he went to Harvard Business School. So before anybody's saying he don't know how anything works in the United States, he does. Okay, let's just get that out the way. He also went to the University College in London, and he also went to Harvard University. You have Harvard University and you have Harvard's Business School. Okay, he's been around. Okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. All right. So anyway, with that being said, that's who we were looking at. Let me play the video here for those of you that just joined me again, and then we'll get into what Trump's response is with all of this, and then we'll get into the viewers. Let's go.
Hi everyone, it's Shou here. As you know, we have been fighting to protect the constitutional right to free speech for the more than 170 million Americans who use our platform every day to connect, create, discover, and achieve their dreams. On behalf of everyone at TikTok and all our users across the country, I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us to find a solution that keeps TikTok available in the United States. This is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. As we've said, TikTok is a place where people can create communities, discover new interests, and express themselves, including over 7 million American businesses who earn a living and gain new customers using our platform. We are grateful and pleased to have the support of a president who truly understands our platform, one who has used TikTok to express his own thoughts and perspectives, connecting with the world and generating more than 60 billion views of his content in the process. To all American users, thank you for making our TikTok community such a rich and vibrant space, for surprising and delighting us every day. Rest assured, we will do everything in our power to ensure our platform thrives as your online home for limitless creativity and discovery, as well as a source of inspiration and joy for years to come. Thank you, More to come.
Like I said, people, I'm gonna give y'all my commentary in a little bit, okay? It's clear that there's something else going on. It's clear that there's another agenda behind TikTok. Seeing what the CEO has to say, hearing what all is going on, it just seems like there's another narrative that we're not being told. Now, I know what it is, but it's certain things I can't discuss here on an online platform. I need this video to be seen. No one on YouTube and very few TikTok creators are even talking about this video. There should be a zillion people in here. When I say no other content creator or news or media outlet has this video of Shou talking, right? The CEO of TikTok. We've got Shou talking here. Okay? That's probably why ain't nobody here. Because they don't know what to do with this video. They don't know where to go yet. Oh, it's going to pick up. Same thing on TikTok. It's like 3 creators in total. 4 if you include Shou, I'm sorry, if you include Shou himself. If you include him, there's a total of 4 creators, including him himself, on TikTok. Nowhere else on the internet, no news outlet, no media outlet, nowhere else in the world. Not at this time, not on Friday, January the 17th, 2025 at 5:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's go ahead and get to this other video. Okay, again, I want to show you the reaction here, more so on where things stand with our President Trump. Okay, so let's take a look at that, and I'm gonna get to the commentary and all of that in a second. All right, let's go.
Major breaking news. The Supreme Court just ruled that a controversial ban on TikTok may take effect on Sunday. The ruling putting the spotlight on President-elect Donald Trump. And I just spoke to him on the phone. It was a brief conversation. And this was his first reaction. I was actually telling him about how the Supreme Court ruled. And he told me, quote, in response, "It ultimately goes up to me, so you're going to see what I'm going to do. Congress has given me the decision, so I'll be making the decision."
Listen up, folks. We're just getting started with this information. Now, I got to actually update the title because Trump, our President Trump, has spoken on the matter. See, we've heard from the CEO of TikTok. He spoke on the U.S. Supreme Court ruling with the ban. Now we got President Trump speaking on the ruling on the ban. You got to stop and think, if all of these people essentially are hinting at and saying that they're in support of TikTok still being alive and operating as it's supposed to here in the United States, then what's the real agenda behind the ban? What's really at play here? Okay, you got to stop and think. If you think about the big 3, let me mention to y'all real quick the big 3, and we're gonna get back to the video. The big 3 in terms of social media platforms, it's essentially TikTok, because we're talking about TikTok, right? It's YouTube. What's up, Shou? It's YouTube. So we got TikTok, we got YouTube, and then we got Meta, right? Which will be Instagram or IG as well as Facebook, because they're kind of one and the same now. It's Meta. Those are the big 3. It used to be that Meta was separate from Instagram and all that, but they're essentially one and the same. I did not mention Twitter, or X now, formerly Twitter, because X is more so a text format platform. But when you have the competition in a video-based format, you have that primarily with YouTube, primarily with TikTok, and primarily with Meta. Okay, so if Meta is American-based and you have YouTube, which is American-based, then you got to stop and think. TikTok is the only one that's not American-based. So what is the real reason for banning it? Because it doesn't make sense when it sounds like, from what we heard, the CEO is in cooperation and wants to keep it, and we have our president in cooperation and wants to keep it. Okay, so somebody explain this to me. Let's play a little bit more on President Trump's reaction. And as a matter of fact, let me update the title real fast because I need to add that in there because he has spoken as well. Might just have to all right, so that way I got the title updated. I'll update the thumbnail a little bit later. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to add President Trump on there. Y'all know what it is, but I'll do that a little bit later. So let's get back to the video. All right, let me run it back just in case you missed what was said about this is President Trump's response to the Supreme Court ruling. This is not a video prior to the Supreme Court ruling. You all may not know, but if you don't know, let me inform you. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled that they're going to ban TikTok here in the United States starting Sunday, January the 19th, 2025. And they passed that ruling to the public at approximately 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I did a live stream on that, and I addressed that, and I gave out some scenarios. Here we are now, the CEO of TikTok responds to that, and we're watching President Trump's response to that. None of this is past it. All of this is new and breaking. Let's go.
Major breaking news. The Supreme Court just ruled that a controversial ban on TikTok may take effect on Sunday. The ruling putting the spotlight on President-elect Donald Trump. And I just spoke to him on the phone. It was a brief conversation. And this was his first reaction. I was actually telling him about how the Supreme Court ruled. And he told me, quote, in response, "It ultimately goes up to me, so you're going to see what I'm going to do. Congress has given me the decision, so I'll be making the decision." So we're going to talk to our panel about that because it's not so simple, although, of course, he will have some options available to him. So before we get to that, I want to go straight to Paula to break down this ruling for us, Paula.
Yeah, easily the biggest decision out of the court so far this term. And here the justices allowing this ban on the popular app TikTok to go forward amid bipartisan concerns about the national security risk posed by this app. Now, specifically, the justices were looking at a law passed last April by Congress with broad bipartisan support that said the app would be banned unless it was sold from its parent company, ByteDance, because the concern is that ByteDance has obligations and allegiances to the Chinese government. And the specific national security concern is that this app is collecting enormous amounts of data on Americans and that data could be used or manipulated in a crisis.
I mean, come on, y'all, man. Somebody got to stop the cap. Like, seriously. They're saying that this data can be used in a crisis. I mean, we got all types of products and stuff that we do. Like, seriously, think about how everything we pretty much use, for the most part, is made in China. China, China, China. Right? I can't say it like President Trump can. Right? China, China, China. Okay? All the products, all the things we use, and even outside of that, all the international companies and all the international products. We got companies all around the world that make products, make computer chips and things that we use in all types of devices. We've got phones built overseas and things that are shipped here. It's just crazy, right? So all of a sudden, now it's a national security issue. All of a sudden, it's a risk. But yet, we got stuff that's all over, okay? It doesn't make any sense why all of a sudden it's this urgency, like we just got to go with it. Okay? Yeah, Shou is absolutely right. Shou, he says, almost everything Americans use is foreign. Most is from China. Exactly. Almost everything got made in China, made in China. So there's more going on to this. But anyway, let's continue to listen to this because I tell you, this is crazy. Let's go.
Now, in its decision, the court said that even TikTok, quote, did not dispute that the government has an important and well-grounded interest in preventing China from collecting the personal data of tens of millions of U.S. TikTok users. Nor could they. The platform collects extensive personal information from and about its users. Now, Justice Gorsuch wrote, quote, speaking with and in favor of a foreign adversary is one thing, allowing a foreign adversary to spy on Americans is another. Now, TikTok had argued that this ban is a violation of the First Amendment. As we know, nearly 200 million Americans use this app to express themselves, everything from the news to cat videos to the latest dance craze. But the justices appeared skeptical of that argument. And in their decision today, they said, look, this is very specific. We're talking about an app that collects an enormous amount of data for a foreign adversary. So they said that even though First Amendment protections are usually given enormous deference, here they're issuing this narrow ruling. So legally, what could happen next? Well, it kind of falls to President-elect Trump if he is able to show that there are serious good faith negotiations underway to sell TikTok. This ban could be paused, but the Supreme Court today also could have paused this and given him more time to engage in those negotiations.
So I want to talk about that. Why didn't the Supreme Court pause, like she said, to give President Trump, time to negotiate? You see, he's about to be inaugurated in a couple of days. And they could have given him time to get inaugurated, get in, and go ahead and get started on a job. No, they didn't do that. They're trying to do all of this before he gets in. So you got to stop and think what's truly going on, okay? If y'all see me looking down right now, it's because I'm literally trying to update the thumbnail while I'm doing the live stream. Yeah, it's like that. That's how serious this is for me. I'm literally trying to update it while we're on the live. Okay, so nonetheless, man, this is crazy. Why didn't they give President Trump more time? Y'all got to stop and think. Let me say this one more time. Why didn't they give President Trump more time to go ahead and find an American company? Right? They've already given the time before. You got to stop and think. This was up last year in 2024. Remember last year, they was talking about the TikTok ban. They was talking about that at the beginning of last year. This time last year in 2024. So you mean to tell me it was okay for them to collect all this data, and now that President Trump is pretty much about to be inaugurated, he could get down officially with business, and he could, quote unquote, keep TikTok around? Now all of a sudden they want to move forward with it. No, we're banning it. That's it. What's really going on here? We just heard from the CEO of TikTok. We've heard from Shou. This does not make sense, man. He said he's for it. What's going on? Let's listen to more. This is crazy.
And the court chose not to do that. Pamela?
Yeah, that's certainly notable. I want to bring Joan in because it's interesting. You know, Donald Trump was once spearheading the effort to ban TikTok, and then he's had this reversal. He wants to save it, right? The justices actually noted that he once tried to ban it.
They did. Right at the top of the opinion, in a couple different instances, the justices referred to the fact that in August of 2020, Donald Trump had actually issued an executive order against TikTok. And it also noted that he had expressed concerns for the vast swaths of information that TikTok collects on American users. And that goes to the justices' grounds. Just to remind everyone what the federal government had argued here. Two grounds. They argued two grounds. One is all the data that's collected, the amassing of data from.
I mean, I get what they're saying, but let me just explain something. This is what doesn't make sense to me, right? This doesn't make sense. With all the foreign products that we subscribe to, and yes, you've got subsidiaries that are here in the U.S. However, they're just that, subsidiaries. So if you have these subsidiaries that are in the U.S., but they also do business in other countries, they originated in other countries, and they're gaining information. Think about like for instance, Sony. You have Sony of America. You got Sony over there in Japan. You got Hisense, right? You got all these TV companies, these media companies. That's just some, because y'all know I'm a tech and gaming individual. I'm a content creator as well when it comes to that. So what I'm trying to say is we got all these companies that's been compiling data, right? And it's okay for us to do business in their countries and compile data with our businesses set up in their country. But you mean to tell me that other countries can't come here and set up and do the same thing? Something's not making sense. Something is not making sense. It's really not making sense. Hold on one second, y'all. I got my neighbor needing to come over real quick. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. All right, what's up, y'all? My apologies. Like I said, my neighbor had to come through. For those of you that follow me, I'm known in the community, and I was taking care of one of my neighbors. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. He had to come through, and we had to handle some business with that. You know what I'm saying? Wrap that up. But anyway, I'm sure my son's happy because he got paid. But anyway, let's get back to the story here. All right, let's go.
From 170 million users, but then they also argued that TikTok not only had that data to use for blackmail or espionage, but also would be in a position to covertly manipulate messages, different kinds of propaganda.
I mean, we have Facebook and Meta. That's a United States-based platform, and they were in the news just the other day for propaganda. Y'all take a look at this, right? Watch this, man. Let me see if I can pull this up. And this was just let's see. Will this let me see if I can pull this up. I might have to, this might make me subscribe to it. I'm trying to see if I can. Give me 1 second here, because I may have to go to another I might have to go to another article. Of course, it would be like that when I'm trying to show y'all something. Let me see something real quick. Maybe I can let me see if I can get this image for y'all real quick. I'm gonna show y'all this image. All right, this might help. Yeah. All right, so take a look at this. Okay, let's get this on the screen. I want y'all to see this. Okay, you see it says Meta boss in trouble over poll claim. Now, we know Mark Zuckerberg is a United States-based company, right? It's controlled by someone in the U.S. And even they got in trouble. They also got in trouble previously during the elections for many years ago as well. This is a long-running thing. So if Meta has been in trouble, and this is a United States-based thing, and now they're trying to say, oh, well, because of TikTok, you know, we're going to be in trouble with here. Something ain't adding up. Something's not making sense. Come on now. Y'all can look it up. You can see it. If this has been the case all along, how come you don't see the Supreme Court going around talking about they trying to ban Meta? You don't see the Supreme Court making a ruling on Meta. We know, we heard all the narratives coming out about potential election mishandling and not just even the recent elections, not even just the elections with Biden and Trump and Biden and then Kamala, like all the elections. Like, this thing's been going on for a while. Stuff has been coming out, and not even just election and politics, it's been other things. So what type of data do you, it was said that foreign individuals was manipulating. It was even said that Russia had something to do with it. I mean, y'all heard the news. Y'all know what's going on, right? I'm just reminding y'all. So I need y'all to think for a second. We have an American-based company, Meta, and all this foreign hands in it, affecting this, affecting that, pushing this narrative, pushing that narrative. And this is United States-based. Where's the whole security issue there? Now here they are talking about TikTok. I mean, you have TikTok of America. You have that division, but primarily it originated, you know, overseas, you know, out of China, and it's still essentially owned by a Chinese company. Why is it that all of a sudden now it's an issue? Come on now, you know how people use TikTok. I mentioned this in my previous video today. Most of the people that's on YouTube right now and Instagram, they be sharing TikTok videos on these platforms. Me included. Come on now, something ain't adding up. Y'all got to stop and think. All right, back to the video, man. Come on, this is wild. Let's go.
The justices actually set aside the second reasoning. They decided we're not going to look at that one because it was enough for them to find that the threat to national security was in the data collection.
Now, they say the threat to national security was in the data collection. You know, that's such a broad topic, okay? And they're leading like so much without mentioning here. It's insane. They're trying to say a threat to national security, but how? How? Like, think about it. For instance, when you have an account with Samsung, How many people got Samsung smartphones? I mean, I can't talk. I got a Samsung smartphone right here. I mean, yeah, I got an Apple smartphone too, but I got a Samsung. I got both. Team Android, Team Apple, Team Android. When you sign up and you get your phone and you set up your account, whether it's the USA division or not, that information is still available to the other divisions in the corporation. Okay, so that means that the corporations that are located in other countries technically have access to that information. I'm making a long story short here. I don't want to get too technical on how businesses operate. The point that I'm making is that these companies have access in other countries. Same thing, if you start an American company, an American-based company, and you allow access to other countries, they can technically still get access to certain types of information. Once again, I'm making a long story on how things work extremely short. That's how this happened with Meta, and why Meta's in trouble right now. Zuckerberg's in trouble. Because it's an American-based company, it's his company, yet all these people around the world are able to access it. Do you see what's going on? So what's the real reason behind this other than just taking ownership of it? You got to come up with a reason. They can't just be like, yeah, we want to own TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Get out of the way. We're going to stop it. Come on, man. Let's go. This is crazy.
And we kind of saw this coming because during oral arguments, several of the justices talked about information that could be collected now on young people who down the road, 10, 15 years from now, come into more important positions and then could be vulnerable to what had been collected on them. And
I mean, stop the cap. They're talking about young people. Okay, what about older people that use these platforms that have their information, quote unquote, used down the road? Do they not matter? Are they? This is what I'm trying to figure out. Is the powers that be trying to say that the older people don't matter? Is that really what it is? Because that goes back into the First Amendment. A person has a right to say certain things, obviously within reason, and express themselves, obviously within reason. If you're not bringing immediate harm or threat to anyone, those are the type of things that I mean within reason, right? A person is supposed to be able to express and do everything. And whether you do it on American soil or another country's soil, if we have the internet, if we have access to the World Wide Web, then things can be distributed and seen all over the world. Come on now. So what's the difference of somebody having a video and it's an American-based video and that information is out there? Oh, we've seen a young person rather, make a video and they did XYZ on it. And it was here in America, but somebody viewing in other countries. Or somebody that's here in America has the video saved or has access to the video while they're in another country. And they happen to show it and share it, a news reporter, anybody. What is the difference? I mean, if somebody's going to get your information, they're going to get your information. It's just like here in America, right? Think about how much we have identity fraud. You got people hacking, trying to get your information, and we right here in America. But they trying to make it seem like, oh, it's a risk. They're getting our information. They're going to use it against us. They be getting our information right here in the States, using it against us. Y'all remember last year how all these hackers were holding companies hostage, let alone individuals? You had to fork over all your money or whatever amount of money that they asked for, and they didn't release access of your computer. They would control your computer, control your accounts, whatever. You couldn't touch it unless you gave them the money, and then they would release it. What's the difference between that and that's taking place here in the States? You got foreign entities, you got foreign hackers, foreign what have you, accessing stuff right here in the US. Come on, folks, read in between the lines. Let's go.
And just the risk of not just today, that data collection, but down the road, what Beijing could potentially do to it. And that was the crux of their reasoning today, Pam.
And so now you have Donald Trump who told me on the phone this morning that, look, the decision is ultimately up to me. Congress has given me the decision to do it. Now, we know the law allows this 90-day extension if there are actual, real, tangible negotiations happening. But ByteDance has said it doesn't want to sell TikTok. And so there's this looming question of what's going to happen Sunday when this ban takes place. And between that time and when Donald Trump takes office, Monday officially, and what options are available to him?
Yeah, I'm curious what he's being advised as far as how much discretion he has. I don't think this law, as it was passed and as President Biden signed it, really gives the president-elect, future President Trump, a whole lot of flexibility in terms of being able to put the brakes on it once it goes into effect.
See, listen to the narrative that they're pushing. They're trying to go ahead and push this narrative. You know, President Trump ain't gonna have no pull. You know, I mean, come on, the man has pull now, and he's not even president. Former president, yes. President-elect, yes. But he gets inaugurated next week, and he already been getting things done, making changes. Come on now, whether you like it or not. So who are they to say, well, we don't think he's going to have pull? See, they trying to put that doubt. They're trying to keep you from thinking optimistic. It's an agenda at play. They don't want a lot of clapback. They don't want a lot of people resisting. They want everybody just to bend down and bend over and take it. On bending down and bending over, taking it. Let's go.
There's a couple different options he has available. One, he could quickly see if he can put together a buyer group. And that is, again, if ByteDance and TikTok are willing to sell it, they have the option to just shut down their own service. They don't actually have to be bought, even if a buying group was put together. The other potential option that President-elect Trump might be thinking through with his team is whether or not he issues an executive order that directs the Attorney General not to enforce the law. In other words, not to conduct the investigations that the act calls for. But the law actually applies to the companies that provide access to the app. So it's the companies that provide the app stores that people download it from. And that puts those companies, if he were to say, look, this law is in place, but I'm just not going to enforce it, go ahead companies and still go ahead and provide access to it, that puts the companies in a really, really difficult place because they're in a position then of potentially not complying with the law and risking huge fines.
Wait a minute. Somebody make this make sense to me. I'm trying to figure this out. So they're saying the law based upon this, they be like, okay, these companies, these United States companies got to comply with the ban. But then the president could put something in place to where they wouldn't have to, quote unquote, comply with the ban. I'll just put it like that. If the president is putting something in place and it's something that's allowed to be put in place, then why would these companies during that duration, whatever type of time frame is there, actually come under any legal recourse? I mean, it just don't make any sense, man. It just don't make no sense. None. Like, you got to really pay attention to what they're saying. If the president is actually legally able to put something together to where, hey, these companies can continue to go on, or we could continue to go on about TikTok as we know it, right? Even if it's just for 90 days or for the next whatever time frame. That sounds like to me that any US-based company would be awarded and afforded the ability to continue business as usual during that duration. I mean, am I making sense, y'all? Somebody feel free in the chat to tell me if I'm not making any sense. Let's go.
Especially for Sunday when he's not officially president.
Well,
right?
he can't do anything before
right.
Sunday. We only have one president at a time.
Exactly, and they've made clear, the Biden White House has made clear, look, it's the end of our term.
They're going to let it go. So the question would be, once President Trump steps into office, what does he do then? And it's not so simple. The law doesn't give him a whole lot of flexibility.
I want to go to Elena Treen. Elena, when I spoke to President-elect Trump this morning, he talked about his call with President Xi of China. And, you know, he said it was a great call, and they talked about TikTok, and they talked about several other issues. But that is notable because really the center of concern here that is also reflected in the Supreme Court opinion is about China, you know, taking Americans' data and spying on Americans. So you have to wonder what really went on in that conversation.
No, exactly. And I'd also keep in mind as well that there's many Republicans in Congress who voted for this bill. I mean, it was a bipartisan bill that Congress approved last year to ban TikTok by January 19th. And there's many Republicans who think that this ban needs to move forward despite what Donald Trump is saying. Look.
So let me ask this question. Here's a bigger question. So again, remember I mentioned this earlier with my first video today about the TikTok ban, announcing it, right? I was literally the first to break it here on YouTube and a lot of social media platforms, just like I'm the first to break this, right? Everybody else gonna start breaking it now that I broke it, right? I might have to start back up being the first at breaking news like I used to do, all right? What's crazy is that, here's what's crazy. You get all this bipartisan support on banning TikTok. Yet all these Republicans that back Trump, they're going against him as it relates to this TikTok platform. But yet they're backing him. So something's not adding up. Something's not making sense. Like, it's really not making any sense to me. Come on now. Is it making sense to y'all? Is it making sense to y'all? Because it's not. The Republicans and Trump, it was all on board. All of a sudden now, all the Republicans unanimously are against Trump. It's not like some of them are in and some of them are out. No, they're unanimously, can't even say the word. They're unanimously on board with this ban. Unanimously. It's crazy. And that's against Trump, the one who they supported to get in office. Come on now. Something's not making sense here. There's a lot of stuff going on that's not adding up. Let's go.
Look, I'd also remind you that Donald Trump himself, back in 2020, before he departed office for his first term, wanted a ban on TikTok. It's actually something that the Supreme Court cited in its decision today, that he felt that there were national security concerns about a Chinese-owned company owning TikTok. Of course, now we are seeing really the stunning reversal from him. A lot of this is, and we've heard this from Donald Trump directly in his own words, he believes that he's warmed to TikTok because so many of users in this country, you know, there's tens of millions of Americans who use TikTok on a daily basis. Some of them voted for him because they saw a lot of his campaign through the app and by using the app. Now, we also know a couple things. Not only did he talk to Xi Jinping this morning, but he has been in regular contact as well with TikTok CEO Shou. He's talked to him on the phone. We also know he met with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago last month, and Shou is going to be at the inauguration on Monday. We also know that Xi Jinping is sending one of their top officials from the Chinese Communist Party to the inauguration as well, something they are doing for the first time.
See, this is what I'm telling y'all, man. It ain't adding up. Y'all heard that. Let me run this back. Shou himself is going to be at the inauguration of President Donald Trump. You got the leader of TikTok, the CEO of TikTok is going to be at the inauguration. Do you see that type of support? Y'all got to stop and think. It's not like he's like, forget America, he's in full support, just like his video. So if he's going to be at the inauguration, you know, that's going to be big talk because we got to see what's going to happen Sunday. Then we got the inauguration stuff coming up. And, you know, everybody's going to be talking about this. I mean, I'm going to be talking about it. I don't know what other content creators are going to do, but I'm going to be breaking the news because many of us use TikTok and we watch TikTok. Come on now. So what's up? You got all this cooperation, but then all of a sudden, now it's opposition. Now all of a sudden we got to shut it down. It's a threat. How is it a threat when they're cooperating? Shou said he's cooperating with the whole American. Like everything with America, whoever wants to investigate it, look, they're cooperating. So if they're cooperating, where in the world is the national security threat? Y'all got to use common sense here. It would be a threat if they're not cooperating. That's when something's a threat. You approach somebody, they not cooperating you, then the situation turns to a threat. I thought cooperation is the opposite meaning of a threat. Maybe I'm just not understanding stuff. Maybe because we jumping from one coast to the next, one side of the world to the next. Maybe I'm getting my understanding of what words mean twisted. Yeah, Waco's right. Waco's absolutely right. She says Trump don't want to be the cause of everyone getting their money cut off from TikTok. Yeah. All the people that make a living off of TikTok, we're gonna get to that video in just a second. Let me run this part back, man. Y'all gotta understand what was said. I want y'all to listen loud and clear. Let's go.
What really went on in that conversation?
No, exactly. And I'd also keep in mind as well that there's many Republicans in Congress who voted for this bill. I mean, it was a bipartisan bill that Congress approved last year to ban TikTok by January 19th. And there's many Republicans who think that this ban needs to move forward despite what Donald Trump is saying. Look, I'd also remind you that Donald Trump himself, back in 2020, before he departed office for his first term, wanted a ban on TikTok. It's actually something that the Supreme Court cited in its decision today, that he felt that there were national security concerns about a Chinese-owned company owning TikTok. Of course, now we are seeing really the stunning reversal from him. A lot of this is, and we've heard this from Donald Trump directly in his own words, he believes that he's warmed to TikTok because so many of users in this country, you know, there's tens of millions of Americans who use TikTok on a daily basis. Some of them voted for him because they saw a lot of his campaign through the app and by using the app. Now, we also know a couple things. Not only did he talk to Xi Jinping this morning, but he has been in regular contact as well with TikTok CEO Shou. He's talked to him on the phone. We also know he met with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago last month, and Shou is going to be at the inauguration on Monday. We also know that them voted for him because they saw a lot of his campaign through the app and by using the app. Now, we also know a couple things. Not only did he talk to Xi Jinping this morning, but he has been in regular contact as well with TikTok CEO Shou. He's talked to him on the phone. We also know he met with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago last month, and Shou is going to be at the inauguration on Monday. We also know that Xi Jinping is sending one of their top officials from the Chinese Communist Party to the inauguration as well, something they are doing for the first time. All to say, this relationship, Donald Trump's relationship with the CEO of TikTok, but also Xi Jinping, is definitely one of those complicating matters in all of this. Even though Donald Trump has, really said that he wants to take a hardline policy on China, he also has Marco Rubio, if he is confirmed to be his Secretary of State, someone who is very much a hawk on China. He's actually sanctioned by Beijing. All of this is weighing into this decision. But I think the key thing is what Donald Trump is going to do once he is in office. And we do know that he is weighing an executive order to potentially push pause on this ban to see if they can find some sort of agreement with TikTok. I'm told in a short amount of time, maybe 60 to 90 days, to put pause on this so they can try to find some sort of negotiation. So all of this is under consideration. But again, we will not know until Donald Trump officially makes that move once he is in office.
Man, this is wild, man. This is wild. Because what this does is this sets a precedent. This is almost like Roe versus Wade of the social media content creators. Right? It's like a platform. Right? Everything's going to get shut down. Everything's going to get shut down. And then if they're able to do this with TikTok, then they can do this with Meta. I told you, Meta's already under fire. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on for like a year and a half, 2 years now. And that's American based. So it's real easy. Hey, we're just going to tell you to do this and do that. And then they can get Meta in line or have it the way they want it. Same thing. They could do that with Facebook. What's the YouTube? What's up, Rollo? Telling you, man, this stuff is crazy. Now, I want to play another video because now we're going to, give me one second. We're going to look at things from the user side. I mean, in terms of the content creators that are actually TikTokers is what I'm referring to. TikTok content creators. Okay, let me get my words straight. TikTokers. We're going to hear from them. Okay, and we're going to get their side of the story as it relates to what's going on. Okay, because this is important, y'all. This is very important. Again, this sets a precedent for other social media platforms. Don't get it twisted. It's not like this is just some one-off, like, oh, okay, whatever. This is no big deal. No, this sets the precedent of everything. And see, the problem is when it comes to TikTok, they can't actually fully control it and tell them what to do and what not to do. See, they trying to tell Mark Zuckerberg what to do right now with Meta. I mean, obviously Google, that's one big company, but you know, they're trying to have this control here. So remember earlier when I told you that y'all are going to hear from other content creators, TikTokers? That's what I'm basically getting ready to play for y'all. Okay, so let me show you what they're doing right now. This is in response to the U.S. Supreme Court ruling that they're banning TikTok. Okay, so when you see this information, this ain't like something that's just, oh, well, you know, like, no, this is like breaking news information. Like, these are current videos here. Okay, and current clips of what's going on as it relates to this U.S. ban. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull this up. That's primarily what we're gonna be looking at here, and we should be good to go. I told y'all, man, it's on. It's like literally on and popping. All right, so let me pull this video up. We're going to take for now, or I might put Shou back up. But anyway, let's see. Let's get this video here. All right, I want you to see what's going on with other TikTok users. You can call them TikTokers or whatever. That's what we're taking a look at right now. Okay, let's go. And this is in response to the ban.
Hi, who else is here from TikTok?
Hey yo,
We're from Texas. Thank you for welcoming us to the app.
We do not trust TikTok will ever embrace American values.
How they gonna say TikTok is not embracing American values when you got nothing but videos here in America? Y'all, listen to this. The TikTok here in America is literally a different version from the TikTok overseas. You see, if you watch TikTok in China, for instance, all they show is nothing but educational videos. They show nothing but educational videos from the youth all the way up to adults. Straight winning. You wonder why they out there winning. They don't show that here in America. The American culture is all this drama and all this craziness. Come on now. And that's what TikTok shows here. So who's embracing American culture? Come on, man. Stop the cap. It don't make sense. They just trying to come with this narrative. Let's go again.
Hi, who else is here from TikTok?
hey yo,
We're from Texas. Thank you for welcoming us to the app.
We do not trust TikTok will ever embrace American values.
With TikTok's future hanging by a thread, a huge surge of users are flooding a surprise alternative.
This is so much better than TikTok.
RedNote, the English name for Xiaohongshu, meaning Little Red Book.
Now, let me just say something. It means little red book, red note. It means little red book. Now, isn't this ironic that TikTok users from America, as well as other places, flock to a Chinese-based company, which is called TikTok? Now, all of these same users are flocking yet to another Asian-based company called RedNote. You see, America does not provide the type of platform that TikTok does. So in their attempts to take down TikTok, let me tell you what's going to happen. They're going to be dealing with the same thing with RedNote. And it's going to get to the point where all of these Americans are going to be so big with talking about stuff and using our other platforms. See, it's all about control. They can't control us Americans. That's what it is. They want to see what we're doing. They want to control. They want to run the narrative. So they say it's a security matter. It's a security risk because they don't have control. They want to eat popcorn and spy on us with their hacking of the cameras. It's crazy, man. Let's go.
Drawing comparisons to a collection of Mao Zedong's quotes small enough to carry around. RedNote is a Chinese Communist government-monitored social media platform, now topping Apple's U.S. App Store.
What? Did y'all hear what you just said? Listen, y'all.
Round. RedNote is a Chinese Communist government-monitored social media platform, now topping Apple's U.S. App Store.
That tops the App Store? That tops Apple's App Store? Come on now. This is bigger than Apple's App Store.
Welcome, TikTok refugees. RedNote is not Instagram.
Many say they came here out of spite.
I refuse to support Facebook, Meta, especially Elon Musk.
Y'all hear this, right? Y'all hear this? This is an American user named Samantha. Hold on one second. You know how it is. You begin text messages right when you trying to, do your live stream. Anyway, let's go.
And X.
And they're
support Facebook, Meta,
topping Apple's U.S. App Store.
Welcome, TikTok refugees.
Topping Apple's U.S. App Store.
Welcome, TikTok refugees.
Topping Apple's U.S. App Store. Round. RedNote is a Chinese Communist government-monitored social media platform, now topping Apple's U.S. App Store.
Welcome, TikTok refugees. RedNote is not Instagram.
Many say they came here out of spite.
I refuse to support Facebook, Meta, especially Elon Musk and X.
And they're making
support Facebook, Meta, especially Elon Musk and X. Support Facebook, Meta
is not Instagram.
Many say they came here out of spite.
I refuse to support Facebook, Meta, especially Elon Musk and X.
And they're making unexpected cross-cultural connections.
Hey there, fellow TikTok refugee here, and I just want to say I have no idea how to speak Chinese.
Today I would like to teach you some Chinese.
Some users searching for international romance or the perfect Chinese name.
Let me help you to pick one that suits you.
One post even recreates famous Chinese and Russian propaganda posters. Just days ago, this may have seemed unthinkable.
I was scared that TikTok was gonna go away, so I wanted to find an alternative.
Heather Roberts from Texas says TikTok refugees like her are desperate to find a new platform.
Y'all hear this? So let me explain what's going on. TikTok wants to work with the United States. We heard it earlier. I just played the video with the CEO. And what's happening is you got TikTok refugees. I don't think y'all understand what's going on. All of these TikTokers are now having to find another platform. Now, if the United States is the country that's banning their platform, their bread and butter, how they eat, how they provide, their whole user base and all of that. If that's getting banned from the United States and not China, yet China says that they're in agreement, the CEO says he's in agreement, everybody's trying to work, and then you got RedNote, which is a Chinese-based company, And they got no problem with American users signing up with their Chinese-based platform. Where do you think the users are gonna go? So in the United States attempt of national security and locking stuff down and keeping things safer, you're just pushing a bunch of American-based TikTokers onto a Chinese platform. In essence, China is still going to get their user data. Now, ain't that some... Come on now, I know how business work. I got a business degree, marketing degree. I've ran business. I work for Fortune 500 companies. I mean, I know all this stuff. You got all these American users, and when the word gets around, because see, right now, we in the turmoil. Y'all got to think about this. We're in the turmoil right now. So people are trying to decide where they're going to go, what they're going to do. A lot of people are going to start making videos on Red Note. I'm telling you, Red Note might just be the next hottest thing smoking. It might just be the next hottest thing smoking. Come on now. Don't play with me. What's up, Ringo? Salute. Salute, Ringo. Shout out Ringo TV Reactions, man. So Ringo just joined. I'm going to get him up to speed. So what I've essentially done, Ringo, and I'm going to come back to this particular video. For all of you joining, I'm going to play what the CEO of TikTok said. Okay? This is Shou. I'm going to put him back on the screen real quick. I'm going to play the video. Shou, which is the CEO of TikTok. I've already broken down. He's a 42-year-old individual. I personally like the fact that he's younger. We need a lot of fresh new talent, but he's younger. He went to Harvard Business School. Okay, I already broke this down. The University of College in London. He also went to Harvard University. He was in Harvard Business School back in 2010. You can see him here at a meeting here with the U.S. Nonetheless, like I say, he's 42 years old. He's Singaporean. He's got 2 children. He's 5'9", you know, blah, blah, blah. But again, he's the CEO of TikTok. Now, he spoke out and did a video, and I'm just doing a quick recap for those of you that just have joined me. He did a video, okay, which I'm about to replay again. I'm going to have this video right here on the screen. This is him. This is Shou, okay? He did a video in response to the Supreme Court. This is not prior to the Supreme Court. When the Supreme Court said we're banning TikTok, this is his response. And listen to how cooperative he is. Okay, I can say that because I've already played this video several times. Let's go.
Hi everyone, it's Shou here. As you know, we have been fighting to protect the constitutional right to free speech for the more than 170 million Americans who use our platform every day to connect, create, discover, and achieve their dreams. On behalf of everyone at TikTok and all our users across the country, I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us to find a solution that keeps TikTok available in the United States. This is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. As we've said, TikTok is a place where people can create communities, discover new interests, and express themselves, including over 7 million American businesses who earn a living and gain new customers using our platform. We are grateful and pleased to have the support of a president who truly understands our platform, one who has used TikTok to express his own thoughts and perspectives, connecting with the world and generating more than 60 billion views of his content in the process. To all American users, thank you for making our TikTok community such a rich and vibrant space, for surprising and delighting us every day. Rest assured, we will do everything in our power to ensure our platform thrives as your online home for limitless creativity and discovery, as well as a source of inspiration and joy for years to come. Thank you. More to come.
I mean, y'all, did y'all pay attention to what he just said? Let me give you a quick breakdown and we'll get back to the TikTokers. They're now called TikTok refugees. Why? because they are getting banned from their platform. They don't have a home. They got kicked out. They had to leave their so-called place where they set up shop and they set up their residence on social media. And now they got to find another one. And like I said, it's ironic that they're setting up shop in Red Note. So in terms of, again, of the national security thing, oh, let's ban TikTok. Let's shut it down for national security. They're getting the data. And you got all of these American users, and word's going to spread. They're going to be making video after video after video. Oh, I'm here on Red Note. We love it, and it's great. This is just like TikTok. I feel great. They want that same user experience. Meta does not give them the same user experience. YouTube does not give them the same user experience. Look, y'all, when you want to go out to eat, you want to go out to eat and get your food from a place that you used to. When you shop and you buy your cars, you want to buy your whips that you like. They give you that same feel, that same vibe. That's why a lot of people stick to the same makes and models. When you get your clothes, you want to get those same brands. And the list goes on and on and on, right? So all of these TikTok refugees want to get that same feeling, and they're getting it at Red Note. Isn't the hypocrisy real? Isn't the irony real that all of their user data is still going to end up right back in China? And it ain't nothing that America could do about it. And you think that these people don't know this, they're sitting up here making these decisions. Come on now. I can't be the only brainiac that actually knows this stuff. There are people that's far smarter than me. I mean, I'm not insulting my own intelligence or nothing. But you mean to tell me there's no advisors, there's no people that have any skill sets that are not aware of this information? So what's really behind banning TikTok? Come on now. The CEO, let me give you my quick reaction to this. This ain't gonna take long. Watch this.
Hi, everyone.
Hold on, my bad. All right, let's go.
Hi, everyone. It's Shou here. As you know, we have been fighting to protect the constitutional right to free speech for the more than 170 million Americans who...
Right off the bat, Shou says that he's been fighting to protect our First Amendment right, our constitutional right of free speech. He's trying to protect our rights here in America. Come on now. But they try to make it sound like that TikTok is anti-American. Come on. Somebody make this make sense. He's fighting to protect our First Amendment right. But they're up there saying this is a national security threat. Right? He said for more than 170 million Americans. Hold on. Let me give you the example. Let me see if I can see some numbers here. Okay, so check this out. I want to show you some alarming information here. I got to show y'all. Okay, here we go. I want you to take a look at this. See, this is what the real problem is. This is what the real problem is. This is what the real problem is. Take a look at this, y'all. It says as of June of 2024. Now, I know we're in January of 2025, but you get the point. Back in June of 2024, there were approximately 64 million YouTube creators. Only 64 million YouTube creators. The United States has around 238 million YouTube viewers. Let me just break this down now. Y'all got to understand what's going on. It says in 2024, United States had the second largest YouTube audience. Okay, in the world. Okay, that's a little bit more with viewers and stuff. The point is, yes, it has more than 1 billion monthly users, but what we're talking about is content creators. Only 64 million YouTube creators. So we maybe fast forward. I'm going to be generous here. Let's say there's exponential growth from July of 2024 until December of 2024, or maybe even now to January. Let's just say exponential growth, almost double the growth, right? Okay, let's just double it. Let's say 130, and I'm being extremely generous. TikTok got over 170 million US users. I'm sorry, content creators, not users. More than 170 million creators. This is why the United States got a problem with TikTok. TikTok is bigger than Google. Do you understand? And nobody can be bigger than us here in the US. Y'all got to look at the data. 64 million, 170 million Americans. Yo, man, I'm telling you, this is crazy. This is literally crazy. And then if you even count the viewers, you got 238 million viewers on YouTube. And here we are here on TikTok, we have 170 million. So even looking at the numbers here, they don't like that. They don't like that. So back to the other video that I was actually playing, where we had the actual TikTok users going on. I'm getting Ringo up to speed. I'm showing other people up to speed. Since we weren't too far in, we're going to start right from scratch. Let's go.
Hi, who else is here from TikTok?
Hey, y'all.
We're from Texas. Thank you for welcoming us to the app.
We do not trust TikTok will ever embrace American values.
Texas.
Hi, who else is here from TikTok?
Hey, y'all.
We're from Texas. Thank you for welcoming us to the app.
We do not trust TikTok will ever embrace American values.
With TikTok's future hanging by a thread, a huge surge of users are flooding a surprise alternative.
This is so much better than TikTok.
Red Note, the English name for Shou, meaning little red book.
Did you hear what she just said? She just said this is so much better than TikTok. Okay, if this lady just said this is so much better than TikTok, and TikTok is shutting down, where do you think these people are going to go?
A surprise alternative.
This is so much better than TikTok.
A surprise alternative.
This is so much better than TikTok.
Red Note, the English name for Shou, meaning little red book. A surprise alternative.
This is so much better than TikTok.
Red Note, the English name for Shou, meaning little red book, drawing comparisons to a collection of Mao Zedong's quotes, small enough to carry around. Red Note is a Chinese Communist government-monitored social media platform, now topping Apple's U.S. App Store.
Welcome, TikTok refugees.
Topping Apple's U.S. App Store.
Welcome, TikTok refugees.
Topping Apple's U.S. App Store.
Welcome, TikTok refugees. Red Note is not Instagram.
Many say they came here out of spite.
I refuse to support Facebook, Meta, especially Elon Musk. Support Facebook, Meta, especially Elon Musk.
Is not Instagram.
Many say they came here out of spite.
Is not Instagram.
Many say they came here out of spite.
I refuse to support Facebook, Meta, especially Elon Musk and X.
And they're making unexpected cross-cultural connections.
Hey there, fellow TikTok refugee here, and I just want to say I have no idea how to speak Chinese.
Today I would like to teach you some Chinese.
Some users searching for international romance or the perfect Chinese name.
Let me help you to pick one that suits you.
One post even recreates famous Chinese and Russian propaganda posters. Just days ago, this may have seemed unthinkable.
I was scared that TikTok was going to go away, so I wanted to find an alternative.
Heather Roberts from Texas says TikTok refugees like her are desperate to find a new platform, a new social media fix.
I haven't been on Red Note for very long. I've only been on there for maybe 3 days, and I found myself like, wow, this is very addicting. I'd probably say it's a little bit more addicting than TikTok.
Did y'all hear that? These are American users. American users who are saying that Red Note, a non-American platform on social media, is more addicting than TikTok. Oh, is the irony real? Here they are trying to shut TikTok down, and now users have found a more prominent platform that's not American. And see, what it's actually teaching people is we thought that these other countries was actually on lockdown, because you know that's the propaganda that they feed us here in America. Watch out now. I done started something with that one. See, they teach us here in America that if you go over there to China, you go over to these other countries, everything on lockdown, schmockdown. You can't say this, you can't do that. But yet, what I find here in America is our platforms are increasingly locked down. We have to walk a fine line. We got to deal with fighting with this, fighting with that. You can't show this, you can't say that. It's affecting our content. And then you got all these content users that can go to other platforms, go to other sources, and they have much more freedom. So let me ask you a question. Who's really free and who's not? Think about it. Why are all of these users ecstatic about this Red Note platform? Even more than TikTok. So even if President Trump says TikTok at this point, the damage is already done. This is serious, y'all. Even if TikTok stays around, the damage is done. People already see. Hey, mark my words. Mark my words. I've been telling y'all this. I've been breaking stuff. I'm trying to let y'all know this. Watch what's going to happen. You hear me say it. Nobody else said it. At least not today. Watch what's going to happen. Everybody's going to end up saying, and we're talking about all the TikTok refugees, which means that everyone that has a TikTok account, and I might even get on this platform because I used to have a TikTok account and I was viral on it. I was always on the For You page. I was always trending. Like everybody was like, man, like I was the dude. I had all types of TikTokers talking to me. I was congregating with all types of people. I stopped using the platform because I got shadow banned. I mean, you know, it is what it is. A little too much truth. But the point that I'm making is, if this platform turns out to be what it's going to be, they're going to end up getting my data. Because I'm going to jump on this platform and utilize it. It's a new platform. Everybody's jumping on it. Everybody's buzzing. And I might get on there and check it out myself. I might be going more viral on there than I am here on YouTube. I might enjoy it more. It doesn't mean that I would leave YouTube. I would continue to be here, but I would definitely utilize that platform. Come on now, y'all got to stop and think about this. What's the real agenda here? Is this some type of gentrification or like social media gentrification? Let's get them to leave here and go there, and then they're gonna run over here, and then we'll do this, and then we'll holler this. Like, what is really the game plan here? Because this national security narrative is not adding up to me. It's not adding up. Let's go.
An addicting algorithm. Exactly what app developers want.
Experts say there are risks when it comes to the rise of another Chinese app. Just like TikTok, Red Note collects huge amounts of user data. China's laws require companies to share that data with the government.
But only if requested. Heavy censorship is already affecting American users, some getting their first taste of China's tightly controlled internet. Users say posts on topics deemed sensitive by Chinese authorities are being deleted.
I want to read that first. It says, let's read this so we can understand what could potentially get banned on this Red Note platform. It says MHA is banned. I guess this is a user and looked down upon in China. So out of respect, I will no longer post about it. I was not educated on this matter. Please don't attack others for not being educated on this matter. Educate them instead. Thank you, and I am sorry if I disrespect you. I mean, we got to understand all of this anyway. This is with any platform. Y'all, listen, anytime you speak, you have freedom of speech. But again, anytime that speech, that video, or what have you causes harm to an individual, I'm going to say a noun, a person, place, thing, or idea, that is when it's no longer viable. Okay, you can say whatever you want, but you can't say whatever you want. Because if you say certain things and it starts to bring harm to a certain type of people or a person, then that's when you violate the stuff. And so that's what maybe this user tried to do on there. They probably were unaware of what would be harmful. And, you know, once people figure that out, though, I'm pretty sure it can't be no different than what we got here in America. Anyway, let's go.
Including LGBTQ plus issues and
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
even a popular Japanese anime. Other posts face backlash, flooded with negative or offensive comments. Some new users report racist questions, including whether it's okay to use the N-word.
Now, obviously, stuff like that would get banned. Y'all got to understand this, right? This type of stuff is offensive. It brings harm to people. You just can't go there. Like, I don't know where people... Let me just, again, explain this. People think that just because you're a content creator or whatever platform you're on, that you can just say what you want. You can't. I mean, you can do it, but you're going to face the consequences. It's a fine line. All right? So you can only say so much on any of these platforms. I mean, I'm going to put it like this. If you pretty much follow the guidelines here on YouTube, you should pretty much be okay on this Red Note platform if you decide to go there. Or any platform for that matter, okay? But you got to follow a certain guidelines. You can't just come on there and just start wilding out. That's what a lot of people think. I'm going on social media and I'm going to go wild out and let my demons fly. Okay, do that. See what's going to happen. They're going to be more adamant with banning you. And honestly, the way that things seem to be going here in the U.S., they might be more adamant with banning you here on these platforms here. Y'all got to understand, I got a tech and gaming channel, right? And when it comes to gaming, a lot of the games that you play online with people, they're stepping their weight up. They getting their weight up when it comes to dealing with like harassment, dealing with offensive words and natures and stuff like that. A lot of this stuff is ramping up. It's stuff you can't say, you can't do. You definitely can't stream it. You can't be talking like this, talking like that. You got to change a whole lot of stuff. So things are ramping up everywhere. And in a sense, it's a good thing because it's cleaning up all of this mess out here in this environment. I'm tired of all this dirt. I know a lot of y'all tired too. It's polluting everything. They don't want to see that. It's jeopardizing the platform. See, if Red Note allows messages like this to just be out there, then it's going to pollute what users see, what viewers see, what the audience is going to see. It's going to take the brand down. It's like having an HOA, like for my homeowners out there. You got a homeowners association. That's what their job is, to make sure that one homeowner or certain homeowners don't bring down the value of the entire community, right? So if comments like this, if videos or content like this is allowed on their platforms, it's going to bring their value down. Investors will be like, nah, I can't invest in that. Advertisers will be like, we can't advertise on that. You know, we want to run a certain number. Let me give y'all a little bit about business, right? They want to run advertisers, right? This is how YouTube or YouTubers make revenue. One of the ways, at least, right? From ad revenue. YouTube wants to be able to push so many different ads based upon their conversations and their deals with advertisers per videos, per content creators, right? So if your videos are not ad friendly, then let's say maybe for every user, they want to have 5 ads on it, right? Let's just come with a safe number here. 5 ads on every single content creator's video. Well, if you post the stuff like this, then what's going to end up happening is those people are going to be like, well, I'm sorry, we might only be able to push like 2 or 3, but we can't push all 5, and we want to push all 5. So what do you think that advertiser is going to eventually do? They're going to diversify. I mean, they already diversified their portfolio anyway. They're already running multiple ads on different social media platforms. See, I know how all this stuff works. I told you I ran businesses. I've done this. I know how this stuff works. So what they're going to do is they're going to start pulling some of their ads from one platform and push their ads more on another platform. So these social media platforms are watching out for stuff like that could affect the worth and the value of the platforms and the exposure. So that's why comments, I know a lot of users don't understand this stuff. I get it. They think it's stupid. They think it's dumb, but nah, let me see you lose money and let's see how dumb you think it is. But back to the video. Let's go.
let's say that TikTok goes away and a lot of Americans flood into these Chinese apps. Is that a win for Beijing?
I think it really depends on Beijing's view on how much they need to be in control of the narrative.
As the U.S. Supreme Court and incoming Trump administration debate TikTok's fate, the rise of Red Note raises new questions and concerns about Americans embracing yet another platform under Chinese government control.
See? And this right here is Mr. Shou. All right, this is Mr. Shou right here. This is, again, the CEO of TikTok. Okay? So I want you to see he's here. He knows Trump. Trump knows him. They're working together. He's here. This is him. This is Mr. Shou. Okay? And he spoke out, again, in his response. He wants to work with everybody. So I don't understand what this concern is. This concern is, listen, y'all, again, why would you be concerned with somebody if you thought somebody was a risk to your job position, right? But that person has talked to you, met with you, they are agreeing to work with you, they'll go on any meetings, they'll let you see this, they let you look at this. They just so happen to be in charge of their job or their position or what have you. Why would you feel a problem if they're cooperating? If they're cooperating, somebody make this make sense. They're cooperating with you. So what is the problem here? I don't understand this. What is the problem when they are cooperating and they care about their American viewers? And so they're we'll say content creators on their platform, because I know we're talking about TikTok here, but a platform period in general. Right? If they care about all of that and they're working with you and you've had great conversations like, hey, let's get it done. But you say HR is the one that's trying to block y'all, or maybe management or upper management is trying to block y'all on the job. You see what I'm saying? That's what's going on here. Shou is ready to do business. Trump is ready to do business. Probably other folks ready to do business. But see, they got everybody, no, let's shut this down. Let's shut this down. So how is this going to work now? What are they going to do? They're going to pass another thing and they're going to see, I told y'all, this is going to be a rinse and repeat. This is going to be like Roe versus Wade. If you don't know what Roe versus Wade is, look it up. I know some of y'all heard this in the presidential rhetoric. What's going on now is going to be like another Roe versus Wade as it's related to social media. You see, if they get this to stand with TikTok, then they're going to try to get this to stand with Red Note. Then they're going to try to get this to stand with even American companies. They're going to be like running everything. You can't say this, you can't do that. And will America really look different than China? Come on now. Yeah, look at what Medusa said. Medusa said Americans are learning on Red Note how cheap it is living and eating in China too. They're loving it, and their fashion and healthcare. They don't pay for ambulance service. And one of the things that I'm big on, I know a lot of people can't stand it. Look, I got my ICE, my internal combustion engines. I like EVs too. I like electric vehicles as well. Okay, I'm a tech head. I'm into technology. I get it, right? I got both. I got my gases that make a lot of noise. And I like to have quiet vehicles as well. I like to have both. So what I'm trying to say is that in China, the EVs in China, man, if they were selling that here, I'd be all over those. They're cheaper. They're more luxurious. They look better. You got all this stuff, right? And they want to do business here in the United States. But guess what? The United States are not going to let us have Chinese vehicles. Why? Because they believe it's a risk to national security. I find that a lame excuse. Why am I saying that? Because we got everything else that's made in China here in America. How are we going to have the predominant a portion of our products here made in China, but all of a sudden when it comes to a few things, now you worried about national security? Okay, so let's just get rid of all the stuff we doing. I mean, do y'all see where I'm trying to go here, man? This is crazy. Let's go, man. This whole thing is just wild.
Will Ripley, CNN, Taipei.
The Supreme Court expected to release its latest opinions, including one that might determine the fate of one of America's favorite apps.
Now, we already know that. We already heard it. We already looked at that. I'm just telling you, man, this is wild. This is absolutely wild. Yeah, Waco's actually right. It's like they got Temu. Think about, see, this is what this is about. When you have all these Chinese companies and these other companies, think about how all of them go viral. Don't act like you ain't never shopped on Temu. I mean, I've shopped on Temu. I was like, whoa, look at this stuff. I was like, man, they got this and they got that. And I'm like, it's so much cheaper. And they got all this stuff. It's like, who cares if something terrible and you break? It's so cheap, you just buy another one. I mean, seriously. This is wild, man. Yeah, look at all this stuff that's going on. I'm gonna read these comments here. Shou says they can't control the messages that was going around in TikTok. Yeah, that's what it's about. It was too much truth being spread, and they couldn't really stop it. Everybody was doing it. It was going viral. See, when I was on TikTok, it was a time when they were trying to silence truth. And then afterwards, all of a sudden, it's like everybody just been putting truth out. Truth about this, truth about this. Did you see this? Did you see that? That's why folks is running to TikTok to post their videos. I used to ask myself, I'm like, why are they going to TikTok when they could post the same video on Instagram? They could come to YouTube and make a short. No, they was going to TikTok. But don't act like y'all ain't never shopped on Temu. And if you didn't shop on Temu, I know you know somebody that shopped on Temu. I bet your lady shopped on there. I bet one of your children shopped on there. Somebody was shopping on Temu. Come on now, that thing went viral for a while. So all of these platforms are going viral, but the Americans can't tap in on it. That's why they feel like it's a risk. They want to monopolize and control everything. And then when they monopolize and control where we can do our content, then they also censor us at the same time. Come on, man. This is wild. This is wild, y'all. Check this out. Medusa said in China, they don't do credit backgrounds. They don't have leases and they never evict you. As long as you got money, they give you home. They don't want us to know that. They don't want us to think like that because the powers that be have pushed the propaganda to have us to believe that everybody's on lockdown over there. They got us thinking that China's on lockdown like it's the pandemic or something. Yeah, Zandra know what it is. Zandra says she love me some Temu. Y'all know what it is. That's all I was hearing. Temu, Temu, Temu. Every time you turn around, Temu this, Temu that. Everybody was shopping on Temu. You see what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. But man, this is a serious case. This is a serious thing. Again, we got the CEO of TikTok, Mr. Shou, said he's cool. He wants to work with President Trump. He wants to support all the 170 million American users. He wants to support our First Amendment. He's all in. So if he's all in and Trump is all in, why is the Supreme Court still trying to ban it when they said they can allow time for an American buyer? It's not like he's fighting it. So why don't they just allow an American buyer to come in and just give them a little extra time? Why they got to ban it now? Look, Waco says she just bought her a steamer on Temu. It works great. Just like all these American users are using this Chinese platforms or what have you, and they're working great for them. So, I mean, y'all, it's real. I got to update the thumbnail. I was kind of working on it. I just got to add, I give y'all like kind of maybe a little sneak peek. I just got to add, well, I basically got them on there, but I just got to, matter of fact, let me just go ahead and do it right now. I'll just go ahead and do it. I'm going to update the thumbnail to show President Trump on there because, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's do it like this. Let's do like this. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm updating the thumbnail if y'all wondering what I'm doing. think this works here. I tell you, man, it's gonna be. They're gonna start rolling this stuff out for American companies and all of that. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. That's cool. I'm gonna run with it. Like I said, this situation is bigger than we think. It's so much bigger than we think. And I told you, the reactions of all of the TikTokers, they call them TikTok refugees, right? They're all going to be flooding to these platforms. You heard them boycott. They don't want to have anything to do with IG or Meta, like Facebook, Instagram. They don't want to have nothing to do with that, right? They want to boycott all of that. You heard people saying they're enjoying the platform Red Note better than TikTok. So they already like, shoot, I like it better. And a lot of content creators already know how to conduct themselves, you see? A lot of them already know what to do. Of course, you got some foolish ones who don't know what they're doing. They don't understand stuff. They want to try to push the envelope. I think some people actually deliberately like getting banned on platforms. Right? Give me 1 second. All right, almost got the thumbnail changed. I just got it designed. Y'all gotta understand, man, doing this social media stuff, it takes time and it takes work. Everybody think you can just, oh, let me just do this, let me do that. No, it takes time. This stuff takes time. You gotta design the thumbnails. You'll spend 5 hours just designing a thumbnail. Then you got to come up with a title. Then you got to do this. You got to do that. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Right? Like, seriously, it's a lot of work. And I don't think people understand how much work goes into this social media thing. I really don't think y'all understand. Those of us that are content creators, we get it. We know. You spend all this time preparing. You got to get the information. You got to do this. You got to do that. Like, it's literally a slew of work that you got to do. And I mean a slew. It's not like it's a little bit. It's a lot. And then you got to actually do the live. Then you got to be entertaining. You got to be educational. You got to be funny. Something about you. You got to change your outfits and how you dressed in your scenario. Like, it's a lot that goes into this. Like, an awful lot. This isn't something that's just a little, oh, okay, that's it. I mean, there's people that do it. I don't want to name any names. Y'all know some of these people. But this thing is some real work. Like, some real work. Seriously, real work. But hey, I think I've covered this story enough. I'm definitely going to be on the job more. We're going to talk about this some more. The way that this thing is turning, it's going to be a whole bunch of plot twists with this. It's going to be a whole lot of turns that I don't think people are understanding right here. All right, the thumbnail is updated, by the way. So if you were to refresh or go back and look at your social media, you'll see that the thumbnail is updated. As a matter of fact, let me show you what I mean. Okay, if you look at the thumbnail now, okay, this is what you'll see. You look at the thumbnail now, that or prior to now, this is what you see. Okay, let me show you what the thumbnail currently looks like. Give me 1 second here. Okay, I updated the thumbnail so y'all can understand it. Because I tell you, man, this is wild. So you go to my channel, now this is what the thumbnail looks like. Okay. You got the CEO of TikTok and President Trump response. Okay, so it's updated. I tell you, man, this is crazy. More and more twists. More and more twists. Hey, I covered the story. I showed y'all what I needed to show y'all. What I'm going to do, I will continue to show you all other content creators, okay, on TikTok. So let me say this, TikTokers. I said this on my first, when I broke the news, I literally was the first content creator to break the news on almost any platform. I literally, like within less than 5 minutes when the news actually broke, when they passed the ruling, I was breaking the news. I was right there with all the big outlets. Here I am again breaking this news about the CEO's response. You might even say President Trump's response. And I'm going to also continue to break the news on how we saw that many of the TikTok refugees, that's the people that are content creators on TikTok, and they have to leave now because of the ban, they like it at Red Note, which is not an American company, it's a Chinese company. That's crazy. The same thing they try to prevent, they end up got to be turned right back around dealing with. So when I get some more users input, I'm going to show that. I'm just going to have a show just based upon that, about how a lot of content creators, the TikTok refugees, just love it on Red Note. They don't care about the US. Yeah, I'm going to be breaking stuff down like that so y'all can see it. We already heard from a couple, and I'm telling you, man, everything takes a turn. So, hey, we're going to see what gets negotiated. We're going to see what's going to happen next week with this inauguration. And it's a lot of moving parts here. With that being said, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I got to get out of here. I got to make some moves. I'm going to try to come back on with Floridian Rollo. We got some stuff we got to talk about and do. So I'm going to try to get on with him too a little bit later. I got to get out to the store. I just got to get out and do it. I know some people are going to criticize me because it's the Sabbath. You're going to have some people making content. Breaking news. Brainwaves goes to the grocery store on the Sabbath. But yet, we about to get this crazy weather coming in. The temperature's dropping, the rain. And I need to make sure I got food in this household. I mean, I got food now, but I'm busy doing live. My wife busy. You know what I'm saying? She getting her hair did. That's what you ladies say, not done. Y'all say did. So as soon as we both get done, I'm just not getting done with this live and all that. We got to get to the store. Y'all know what it is. But you know, some content creators going to be like, look at Brainwaves. He broke the Sabbath. He went shopping because the sun is down. Oh, Waco, the sun is down. That's the irony of it. It's pitch black outside. It's 7:01 p.m. here. This time of the year, normally it don't get dark till like 9 something, almost 10 o'clock. It's dark now. It get dark here around 6 o'clock. 5:30, it start. It's like from 5:30 to 6 o'clock, it go from like daylight to just like it's like somebody turned the lights out. So the sun is down. So technically, in a little bit, because I'm not going right now, because you know what I'm saying, my wife, she getting her hair did. So when she get done getting her hair did, then we can go ahead and hit the store up. But you know, some content creators, they go like, Brainwaves, a Hebrew Israelite spiritual leader in the community. He broke one of the main commandments. Thou must have not have buyeth groceries of during the Sabbath. Super religious and no earthly good. That's what a lot of people are. That ain't no different than the Christian church or none of these other faiths. Folks get too religious. Oh my gosh, it is like, come on, man, stop the cap. And we potentially gonna get iced in this time. Y'all gotta understand, here in Georgia, it's not about the snow. Everybody talking up north and all these folks in the cities. I live in New York, I live in Chicago, I live here. Look, I used to stay in those places. I got family all over. I'm born and raised here in the South. AT-alien and proud about it. But down here, down here in Georgia. That's why I said Georgia. That's how we say it in the South. Fuck. We got hills. We got slopes. Y'all ain't got all that stuff in them cities. Y'all cities are flat. Y'all cities close to the sea level. All of that stuff. I'm not saying you don't have any area that has an incline or a decline or a slope. What I'm saying is the majority of streets and roads here in Georgia, the majority of them are hills. Our interstates, hills, curves, all types of crazy stuff. It's like a straight up racetrack out here. No wonder people be speeding here in Georgia. So when the weather gets cold, we're going to be having a high of like 22 degrees. Let me show y'all something. Y'all think I'm playing around. Let me see if I can show you this real quick. Give me 1 second. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing it on my phone. I can do it on the computer. I'm tripping. Actually, let's do this one. All right, let's take a look at this real quick. I want to spend a lot of time on it, but I just need to show you that for those of you that's still here, y'all get this little treat. Everybody else on left, everybody else is gone, and they miss out on the goodies. It's just like the credits at the end of the movie. Who are y'all when y'all go to the movie theater with certain movies still stay to the end of the movie theater to make sure you ain't missing no credits? Right? That's what this is right now. Everybody that left the theater, they missed the end of the credits. All right, let me get this on the screen real quick for y'all. See, we can take a look at this. All right, look at our weather right now. It ain't too bad right now, but what I want you to see is look at what's coming up. All right, look at this. We're getting rain Saturday. It's not right now. The temperature is good. We're getting rain Saturday. Look at this now. We're getting rain tomorrow. And then the temperature drops down to 19 degrees. Look at Monday. The high is 31 degrees. That's still below freezing. The low is 21. Look at Tuesday. Same thing. They got snow in the forecast. Then look at Wednesday. These low temperatures. This is ice. Turn around. If you think that everything is good, look at what they're showing for Thursday. We got more snow. That's not rain, y'all. That's snow. So when folks be like, go to the grocery store next week or go to the grocery store Sunday after the Sabbath, look at the weather, y'all. It's going to rain Saturday, and then Sunday, the low is 19 degrees. Do y'all really think I'm trying to wait till the Sabbath is done or go out Saturday after the Sabbath at night? Like, what I look like? Come on now. But these content creators would be like, Brainwaves broke the Sabbath. Let's make a video about him. Let's show the world how wicked Brainwaves is. Brainwaves does not keep the Sabbath. You know, these people, over religious and no earthly good. What good is it to keep the Sabbath? Then you be stuck, potential power outages. You could be smart, get food. We're talking about survival here, y'all. You think the Most High wouldn't want you to survive? Come on now. Now, we went to the store yesterday, but we didn't have time to finish everything. I'm a busy man. Y'all see I be on here making content as well, right? On top of everything else that I do. Yeah, Waco said I'll go too. But, you know, I'm just having fun with it. That's what them over-religious content creators do. Brainwaves is shopping on the Sabbath. He broke the Sabbath. He's wicked. He's a demon. He's a gang stalker. I told you he ain't right. I told you he don't tell the truth because he's shopping on the Sabbath. Yeah, the Most High really gonna punish me for buying groceries. I'm talking about literally going to the grocery store. But you know, those same super religious people are shopping on Amazon right now during the Sabbath. Y'all online shopping. Y'all buying products from some of these TikTokers online before they TikTok accounts get shut down. Yeah, Shou is right. Shou, man, Shou is on it. Shou said those super religious people think that warming up your house is a sin. Woo! Look, everybody listen up. If y'all in the ATL hole, if y'all in the A, you live anywhere in the metro Atlanta area, you better take your behind to the grocery store right now. I better see you in the grocery store with me. We could do some content. You see your boy Brainwaves, come holler at me. We'll do some content. Look, hey, y'all, I'm in the grocery store with Shou. Shou and came through the building to pull up. Check this out, y'all. This is Brainwaves. As if it wasn't enough with Shou, I thought that's all I was going to meet. I turned the corner. I went to aisle 9. I was trying to get some bread because, you know, during the snowstorms and ice and everybody got a panic shop, right? So I turned to aisle 9 to get some bread and milk because that's what everybody buy when they panic shop. I turned that corner. Guess who I saw? I saw Chandra. I saw Chandra up there in aisle 9. Man, I hit the corner. So guess what? Me and Chandra, man, we going live. First is Shou, now Chandra. And then look, I was at the register, right? I was like, all right, let me get out of here, man. It's time for me to go, man. I'm running into too many people recognizing me. They're going to end up making videos about me, talking about how I'm breaking the Sabbath. They talking about they got receipts and they got proof on me. Brainwaves caught in the grocery store. Breaking the Sabbath. I got a picture of his actual receipt. I have a receipt of his receipt. So while I'm trying to check out and hurry up and get out, then I run into Waco at the register. Waco turn around and be like, hey, Brainwaves. I'm turning around looking like, no. Somebody else just recognized me shopping on the Sabbath to get groceries. I turn around. I'm like, what's up, Waco? And then little do you know, the haters sitting there in the grocery store in the cut. I knew they was out there shopping. All of them wicked. Look at that. All of them are demons. Look, I got them on video. Every last one of them demon. All those people that hang with Brainwaves, they all breaking the Sabbath. You know, it's people that actually do that. They ain't got no life. They over-religious and no earthly good. They'll actually do stupid stuff like that. Hey, yeah, look, Waco's right. They're going to have both of our receipts. This is crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. So, man, I told y'all, those of you that waited to the end of the movie, you got this preview here. I'm very creative. I have a lot of talents. I go in a lot of directions. I'm telling you, man. Hey, y'all might need to take note. Hey, yeah, look. Hey, Waco, exactly. They're going to be like, we're practicing witchcraft. I caught them buying ingredients to put in their cauldrons and their witch's brew that they're making. One of them I overheard and I caught it on camera and I got the audio because I was snooping from the other aisle. And when I was listening, I overheard them say something about they making some stew because it's cold, or they making soup because it's cold. That ain't stew, that ain't soup, that's witch's brew. They over there making witch's brew. Man, that's some nasty work. That's some wicked work. How is Brainwaves and all his so-called followers gonna be making witch's brew on the Sabbath? Man, I told you y'all these demons. See, I got some receipts. I got receipts on Brainwaves. So y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Hit your boy up, hit your girl up. Make sure you follow us, because we got all the see. We in 2025, we exposing Brainwaves for breaking the Sabbath and shopping with witches at night. He waited till the sun went down. He waited till it was dark to come out and do his darkness, to go grocery shopping, to buy witches' ingredients. You know, that's how these people are, man. I could do the whole narrative. I can do skits. I can do all that stuff. I told you I used to act. I can do anything, man. Act, sing, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. But hey, I gave y'all the whole skit at the end. It's gonna be funny if somebody do it. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. Wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny, y'all, if I literally run into a content creator at the grocery store? Yo, I ain't gonna look, no cap. If I run into a content creator at the grocery store, I'm filming it. I'm filming it. I'm telling you, if I run into a content creator at the grocery store, I'm filming it. Now, let me say this. When I'm out and about, I do run into people that I know. I be trying to be incognito. I just be trying to come in, get out, do what I need to do, right? Get what I need to get, be like deuces. I already know a lot of the employees. The employees know me, right? Because I talk to people. So I be going in the store like, dang, somebody recognize me. And then if I try to like not, if I just want to try to keep it moving, maybe I'm pressed for time or something. Maybe I'm supposed to get out of the grocery store or wherever I'm at and get here to be on YouTube. You be like, dang, Brainwave said he was going live at 4 o'clock. It's like 4:45. Where he at? Somebody caught me, right? I'm up there in a conversation like, man, I got to go, man. I got a live stream. I'm already 45 minutes late, man. They're going to fire me. I'm going to get fired from my own live stream, y'all. Y'all know how y'all going to be.
Man, I love me some brainwaves, but he always be late. I be trying to wait on him and wait on him and wait on him. So what I do now, girl, I don't even be waiting on him no more. What I do, I turn on his channel. I sit there in his live chat. I be like, hello, peace and blessings to everybody in the chat. The girl, then I go ahead and start doing my hair. I gotta wash my hair because I got that natural hair. I can't be on demon time out here, girl. And then I go ahead with my business. I get my laundry done. I talk to my girlfriends when they call in. Girl, that's why I'm talking to you right now. That's why we're on the phone right now. Girl, we both waiting for brainwaves. Where he at, girl?
Y'all know how it be. Y'all know how it be. I told you, y'all getting this is at the end of the movie, right? Whether you watch a movie at home or you go to the movie theater, y'all know certain type of movies. It be the animated movies, Disney movie, Marvel movies, some of those action-packed movies, what have you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Stuff like Star Wars, what have you. They'll be, at the end of it, they be having like content at the end. And everybody be missing because as soon as the credits come up, y'all know what I'm talking about when you go to the movie theater and the credits come up. What do folks do? Credits on. I'm out of here. That's what they do. Hey, I'm out of here. I be sitting up there chilling like, man, y'all about to miss out, man. If they show something, hey, but you know what? If they don't show something, you still know. Because guess what? They don't know if there's anything at the end of the movie, right? Because they didn't stay. But for those of you that did stay, you got the answer either way. I'm just saying, you can even mess with people like that. You're like, hey, you missed this at the end of the movie, right? I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing with you. It wasn't none of it. The funny part is I sat there and waited for about another 15 minutes till all the credits went through because you can't fast forward like you can do at home. Y'all know how y'all do. You see it at home when you be watching your series. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't act like y'all don't do this. Don't act like y'all don't do this. See, at the crib, the streaming apps on your phone, all this stuff, you can just fast forward. You get to the credit, hey, skip to the end and see what they're going to say. You can fast forward, rewind, get there. Boom. When you in the theater, man, you stuck like Chuck. Hope you got some extra popcorn left in that bucket. You got some snacks or something. You got to sit there and be quiet. We be sitting there at the end of the movie theater waiting for the credits to get done like we in class or something. You be sitting there like you waiting, like we in class. Kids, all right, I don't want anybody to talk. Y'all sit still. Okay, yes, teacher. You just be looking around. You don't say nothing. You got to keep your voices down. You got the theater crew. I used to work at a movie theater, right? I used to be there. I used to be in management. I did everything at a movie theater, from the ticket booth. I did the concession stand. I did the stocking. I did the cleaning. I helped with the arcade machines. I helped count money. I did like all that stuff, right? Man, I love that job. It was fun, man. Man, shout out to everybody that work at the movie theater, man. You get to preview all the movies before they come out. You be telling everybody, hey, I got this. You can invite a bunch of people, a bunch of family, a bunch of friends. I mean, after all, it is a movie theater. They got a lot of room. Man, I had some good times, man. I used to hang out with celebrities. I had celebrities coming through. Man, I got some stories to tell y'all. Man, those some good memories. So anyway, I know what it's like. You got the cleanup crew. They be sitting there, they like, dang, somebody else sitting in here. We can't even clean up. We came in here early thinking that everybody walked out, the lights on, and we can't even clean up this thing because somebody's sitting here waiting for the end of the credits. They already have seen the movie like a billion times, so they know it ain't nothing at the end of the credits. But they can't tell you. They can't tell you and be rude. That would be bad customer service, right? So they can't tell you that it ain't nothing at the end of the movie. So you be sitting in there looking like Boo Boo the Fool. Yeah, man, I know it's something coming at the end. I know it's something coming at the end. I ain't sit up here all this time for nothing. I'm the only one in the theater left. You be the only group in the theater sitting there. Everybody else will look at you like, I don't know why you sitting in there. We walking out. Hey, man, yeah, Chandra, man, you right. That popcorn, man, that junk is addicting. It's like I go in with the movie theater popcorn. If I'm going to get popcorn, it's a treat. I get the big buckets or whatever type of like the advertised tubs they got. You know, they got like themed tubs. It might be about a particular movie or something like that you can get refills on. You know what I'm saying? Get that popcorn. Whether you put butter on top of it or not, man, that junk be slamming. It's like I ain't never ate so much popcorn in my life. It's like I got popcorn right here at the crib. I literally have an expensive popcorn maker. Like I have an expensive popcorn maker. It's like a collectible item. Everybody like, ooh. I even got a Mickey Mouse popcorn collector. Hey, what's up? It's me, Mickey. Say it with me, kids. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. M-I-C-K-Y-M-O-U-S-E, Mickey Mouse. Right? I got all this expenses. I got the natural popcorn maker. I got another air popcorn thing. I got like microwave popcorn. You know, like we do it big. I told you, I'm a tech and gaming content creator. So I gotta have the best TVs, best sound systems. Like everybody come over to my crib to watch movies and shows. Same thing with games. They like, no, we going over the Brainwaves kid. He the one that got the setup. My setup way better than any movie theater. I don't need to go to a movie theater. Like I normally don't go, but I go when people invite or you hanging out with people. Maybe something just dropped. It's like, yeah, let's go in there and check it out. But when I'm in there, I'm like, damn, man, this look worse than my setup at home. Hell, this look worse than my setup in my bedroom. But the point is, you go for the experience, right? So it'd be funny, man. I got all this stuff, and I'll eat popcorn. But it's funny. When you get that movie theater popcorn, I don't know what they do. I should know what they do because I'm the one that used to work in the movie theater. I was in the concession stand stocking it, especially on big, busy days. You know, everybody got to have their snacks. Everybody got to have these box office sellers. And I'm talking about the days when movies would sell out before we had Netflix and Hulu and all this streaming stuff, right? You go to the theater to see it. Or you wait for it to come out on VHS or disc or what have you. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about back in them days, right? It's something about that movie theater popcorn, man. It's like, man, I be eating and eating and eating. Other folks be eating and eating and eating. Man, that junk be hidden. What you talking about? Rollo said not in Florida. What you talking about, Rollo? Yeah, Waco says she got that good setup too. That's what's up, Waco. Yeah, man. Like, I don't go to the movie theater because my setup is like it'll blow the movie theater out of the water. Like, I be having stuff be sounding so real with all the Dolby Atmos and all that stuff. Bounce like it be sounding like it's actually in the house with me. There's been times where I've heard doorbells, for example, on the TV, and it's funny. I'll be sitting there, my wife be sitting there, other people be sitting there. We hear the doorbell in the dang movie, right? It be sounding like my front doorbell. I be looking around like, did somebody just come to my door at this time of the day or night? I be up there pulling up my phone, checking the camera and all that stuff. Or I go over there and like look at the door. I'm like, what in the world? That jump be crazy, man. That jump be crazy. Gaming be like that too. We be into it. Like when we go in, we go in. Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, Waco Rice is like, she said they be sprinkling crack on it. Yo, I know about the poke surround sound. Oh, you doing it big, Waco? That's what's up, Waco. You be doing it big. You be doing it big. When I go to the movie theater, let me tell you, when I go to the movie theater, I only go to theaters where like they'll call it fork and screen, where they serve you food and you can eat, or you might be able to get food up front at the concession stand or get drinks or what have you. You can recline, like stuff like that. You got like the loungers, you lay back with your feet up, like everybody got their feet up, lay back. You got armrests, everybody got space. Nobody's blocking anyone, like everybody can see everything. I go to theaters like that. If I'm gonna go to a theater, I can't do no. I done did enough of them dollar movie theaters as a child. I don't need to do none of that for the rest of my life. Hey, that was the bomb back in the day. Who remember dollar movie theaters? You used to be able to go to the movies, watch a whole movie for $1. Man, as a kid, as a young adult, man, I used to live in the movie theater. Man, your parents give you like $5 or something like that. $5 to $10, maybe $20. Oh, they give you $20, man. It's on and popping like the popcorn. You be in there getting everything: nachos, candy, drinks, popcorn. You got money for your friends. You know what I'm saying? You go there with a friend or something like that. You be in the movie theater all day. What movie are we gonna go see now? We saw this one and we saw that one, and you'll see. Man, those were the days, man. Man, shout out to everybody who got to experience that in their childhood. Because the youngins of today, man, y'all don't understand. Y'all missing out, man. It was safe to be in the movie theater. It was safe to be a lot of places alone. See, that's why, like, for instance, I'm going to talk about this movie because it sets a theme. Or not so much a movie, but it's a series. I know many of y'all have heard of that series, Stranger Things. I have talked about it. The whole set of Stranger Things took place in 1985, right? And it was a time where, you notice the kids on Stranger Things, you see them always away from home. They was gone. Folks will probably be like, where are their parents at? It represented my generation, Generation X, the forgotten generation, the lock key generation. Shout out to all my Gen Xers. They call us the lock key generation because our parents gave us a key to lock the door because they was gone doing God knows what. They was like, they got it. It's safe. It was safe back then. Most people looked out for each other. Most people wouldn't do nothing with kids. It was very rare you would have a creeper. Folks would snitch. It was more of a community. It's crazy. I mean, Stranger Things is good. It's definitely good. Stranger Things is definitely a good series. There's a lot into it. What I tell people is when you go in to watch stuff, look at it from an educational point. Look at it from an educational perspective. Okay. It is what it is, right? Y'all got to be aware of stuff. I'm just trying to make sure I'm keeping an eye on some things here. So, y'all, I'm actually probably about to roll out now and hit the store. But yeah, check it out. I mean, it's on Netflix. It ain't gonna cost you nothing unless you don't have a Netflix subscription. Check it out and you can watch it. But yeah, you can't do like we did back in the day. You do that now, somebody liable to come up missing, something gonna happen. It's just crazy, man. Yeah, I agree. Waco's like, yeah, it's the best time in history, man. Y'all don't understand. We had the best music. All our cartoons had the best theme songs. Like they had full-fledged theme songs to it. I mean, man, everything was just great then. It was the last of the essence of everything. All the martial arts was great. Just like everything, just everything had oomph into it. The music, artists, everything was good then. Now stuff sucks, man. It's just boom, boom, boom. Nobody got any attention anymore. It's just like that's why the short things are so popular. Nobody, everybody's. That's it. Relationships, marriage, be like, they divorced. Ain't no fighting no more. Ain't no arts. Ain't no sparring. Everything's just, that's it. It's crazy, man. But hey, let me get out of here. Let me go ahead and get ready to hit this store up. Let me go ahead and, like I said, if I run into any content creators, I'm gonna film them. But we got to see what's what. So anyway, it is what it is. I said what I needed to say. I may be back on with Rollo a little bit later, but I got to hit the store, and hopefully I still got energy because I've been going all day. I've been going nonstop, and I've been having some crazy situations to handle. Like I said, y'all know I work in public safety. So with that being said, let me get out of here. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. I may be back with Rollo a little bit later. Rollo, if you're still in the building, like I said, I got to go to the stove. So I can't jump on right now. I got to go to the stove first and get back. And then I can take a look at that. All right. So I'll be in touch. We'll see if we can do it. Worst case scenario, it will be tomorrow. Okay. I'm good for tomorrow if not. So I appreciate y'all watching and listening. Shout out to everybody who hit the Cash App. I think Maryland Edwards hit it as well. Hold on. Let me see real quick. I think a couple people hit the Cash App. And I truly appreciate y'all's support. Yeah. Maryland Edwards hit the Cash App. Shout out to her. And Corey Bennett also hit the Cash App. Shout out to him. I really appreciate y'all. With that being said, I'm about to get out of here. And again, I may be back on perhaps with a dual stream with Rollo. We'll see. I don't know how much gas I'm going to have in the tank as far as doing a long live stream. So we might have to take that into consideration if you still hear Rollo. But I'll get with you behind the scenes. On that note, let me get out of here. I'll holler at you.